Yo, what's up? This is part two. Excuse me. I just realized I may get into three parts. I'm not sure though. Anyways, let's continue. The next one is was overlooked for the time, but I think it's getting more respect now, and it's the Monster Squad. I mentioned this before. All I can say is great film, a lot of fun, comedy, horror, kind of a family film, but at the same time, not really. The next one is one that you all already know about, and I'm pretty sure you love it because it's all around a great horror film, one of the scariest of all time, The Exorcist. And this movie is really well made, especially even for its time. It was, and especially for the time period it was in. I mean, there was no CGI back then, so that whole room they were in was freezing cold. Must have been freezing cold. The girl is freaky as heck. The characters are really likable. Even the demon was a likable character that possessed the girl, even though you want the demon to get out of her. You still like get somewhat connected to that character. It's a really good film, and I mean it's really fun to watch, and I mean it's a really well done film. I recommend anyone check it out. Next one is three Flesh Eater movies. And yes, I do have the first one and the fourth one, but I lent them to someone, never saw him again. Maybe he's gonna get back to me, I don't know. The first one is Dawn of the Dead. This is my favorite one out of the series because it gives good tongue-in-cheek humor. It gives you good shock elements, and anyone knows this flesh eater here, this one with the gun. Do you notice that he dies, but he magically comes back later? I was always confused by that, but who cares? It's not a realistic movie. I mean, heck, flesh eaters aren't realistic in the first place, but who cares? All right, next one is the unofficial sequel, Zombie or Zombie 2, or however you pronounce it. That was released in Italy. This is really good. The dubbing it goes from ingenious to insufferable. It's really good. The gore effects are really realistic, especially for when it was released. I give the director props. Lucio Fulci, I think his name is. Yeah, I give him huge props. I really wish he directed the other ones, but he had nothing to do with the other ones. He directed the first half of Zombie 2. Oh, I mean Zombie 3, but he wasn't really a part of that. Anyways, check this out. The next one is the third in the series, Day of the Dead. This is all around a fun film. Like I said, I don't have the one with the special features, but that's because it was like $26, and this was like 12, 14 bucks. And I just wanted to watch the movie. And this is a really good film. A lot of people don't like it. I don't see why. It's really weird and strange, but that's what I love about it. Anyways, check this out. I don't remember if I showed this in my 80s. If I didn't, then I really need to be shot. Next one is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, which should be called Abbott and Costello Meet the Frankenstein Monster, but who cares? This is all around a really funny film. Abbott and Costello are my two favorite comedians of all time. I was surprised when I found this movie. Like, I actually had I found it. I don't remember where I found this. It's a really good film. It's funny. It's a classic in every sense of the word. Bela Lugosi's in it. I'm not sure who plays the monster. I don't remember. And Lon Chaney Jr., y'all know who he is. The son of the Man of 1,000 Faces, who he may rest in peace. And so may the rest of the cast in this movie, because they're all great actors. Next one is Salem's Lot. Really long, really good, scary, actually made me jump from time to time. I recommend it to anyone who likes good old-fashioned. It's sort of a slasher, but at the same time it isn't. As you can tell, it sounds like I'm throwing these things, which I'm not. I'm just placing them down, but there's whatever. Who cares? Next one is Near Dark. Just a really well done film. It's the term. It's really criminally underrated, but I don't know why. It's really good, but it was released at the wrong time. The Lost Boys came out at the time, which The Lost Boys is a better movie, but this is all around just a good film in general. And I recommend it to anyone. Oh, yeah, realize how heavy that was. Next one is Dracula 2000. Now, I already mentioned this before, and all I can say is I love it. Now, this is a series of movies. The first one is Dracula, starring Bela Lugosi. And Bela Lugosi is by far my favorite Dracula of all time. And this is the 2-disc Legacy Edition. And the case got broken. I mean, the case was messed up when I bought it, so it doesn't close right. Even when it does close, it doesn't stay closed. It like goes like this all the time, so I have to like hold it shut whenever I want to show it off. And I really like this case too. It's a really good movie. I recommend it to anyone and everyone. It's one of the few horror films that I actually bought at this price. And it's all around just a great film, a great vampire film. It's one of the granddaddy horror films. Well, sound horror films. Not sure if it's the first sound one, but I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways, I recommend checking it out. The next one is the remake. The second remake, because this is actually a remake. Horror of Dracula. Just a fun film. Really well done. Christopher Lee is outstanding as Dracula. He really does a good job, and I give him a thumbs up. He does really good jobs in all of his parts. I don't care what anyone says, he's a great actor. The next one is, there's actually two in here. Curse of Frankenstein and Taste of Blood of Dracula. Now these are both really, really, really good films. The Curse of Frankenstein is just like told from the perspective of Frankenstein. Taking his backstory because he's arrested throughout the entire film, but he's explaining the story to a priest. And in Dracula, it's pretty much just Dracula. You have to watch it. These movies can't be done justice by just talking about them. You have to literally just watch them, because I can't do these films justice. And the Satanic Rites of Dracula, like I said before, this is the dullest one, but still pretty darn good. Wow, that was corny. And I recommend this to anyone who likes Dracula. Oh crap, this may be into part 3, who knows? Alright, and the next 3 are 3 movies from my favorite all-time actor, the horror industry, Vincent Price. And the first one is the first remake of House of Wax, and yes, this is a remake. And then there's that piece of crap remake called House of Wax with Paris Hilton. And what I like about this DVD is that it comes with 2 movies. Obviously the House of Wax and the Mystery of the Wax Museum. And they're both really good. Vincent Price is a great actor. It's pretty much one of the original slasher films. It's actually really well done, especially for its time period. And when it was first released, it was in 3D. I don't know how that looked, but I'm pretty sure back then it looked pretty cool. Next one is The Monster Club, not to be confused with The Monster Squad. Like I said, it's like Creepshow. Check it out. And it's not, they haven't, the movie wasn't an official American movie, so yeah. Next one is The Tingler. This is a great film, and not a lot of people know about this. And the plot goes, if every time you feel a tingling in your spine, it's the Tingler, and it's gonna kill you. That's pretty much it. Check it out. Really good. Oh shoot, I'm running out of time. Can I fit in this in? The Lost Boys. Yes, The Lost Boys. Now, I love The Lost Boys. This is one of the only 2-disc DVDs I've ever bought at a high price, because The Lost Boys is all around good fun. I love The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys is my favorite movie of all time. That's my favorite horror movie of all time. The Lost Boys. You gotta love The Lost Boys. Look at Kiefer Sutherland. Look at the actors. It's The Lost Boys. Check it out at any time you get the chance. Now it's The Lost Boys. Don't you just love The Lost Boys? They're lost and they're boys. Yes, that was dumb. Yes, that was gay. Not there's anything wrong with that. I just love this movie so much, and I have